Julius Kagamba. I serve as Special Assistant to the President of AGRA. I come from Uganda, and my favorite food is matoke and ground nuts, which people refer to as peanuts. In terms of numbers and in terms of themes, but also in terms of funding. Now, in terms of numbers, I expect us to have bigger numbers than ever before as we bounce back better and stronger from COVID-19. And in terms of themes, I am looking at recovery being battered by climate change, COVID-19, fertilizer and fuel prices, the Russia-Ukraine crisis, and building resilience, the recurrent shocks and stresses. And then in terms of funding, as we launch our new brand, as we launch our new strategy, this becomes a premier fundraising moment. So I believe that as we come out of AGRA 2022, we'll be having more traction for funding for our strategy implementation. In my role as Special Assistant to the President of AGRA, I provide around-the-clock immediate technical and strategic advice and support to the President, and thereby contribute to her leadership, engagement, and advocacy for agriculture and food systems transformation that is inclusive of smallholder farmers and sustainable. The food systems conversation is important, first and foremost, because food touches everything and food concerns everybody. And our food systems have been dysfunctional, and they affect our climate change, they affect our biodiversity, they affect our health, they affect our well-being. And we need to leverage and sustain the momentum generated by the 2021 Food System Summit, and be able, which was stewarded by our President, Dr. Kalibata, so that we are able to accelerate progress towards CAADP and Malabo targets and SDGs. I look at 2050 African agriculture sector to have moved from subsistence to commercial levels. In fact, as we say in AGRA, we are trying to support the farmer to move away from subsistence farming, the struggle of subsistence farming, to thriving in terms of being able to market what they produce and improving their livelihoods. 2050 as the year when we shall have realized that dream. Secondly, I look at 2050 as a year when we shall have really achieved food import substitution. Currently, we import $50 billion worth of food, which we can produce here in Africa. And there is already momentum now, given the crisis we have been facing because of Ukraine and Russia, to try to substitute, to diversify and substitute that the food that we import. So I see 2050 as a year when we shall have substituted most of the food that we import, from subsistence to commercial, from importing $50 billion worth of food to self-sufficiency in food production.